Read the smartboard carefully.
Do we need our textbook?
Nope.
Nope.
Read the smartboard carefully. Read the smartboard carefully. Read the smartboard carefully. Read the board carefully, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning.
See, the plan worked.
Read the smartboard carefully, please.
Thank you.
Okay, make sure you have your reading and your Cornell notes for seminar. You have to have both. Might be helpful. I think everybody's here. Yes, ma'am. Or sir. Sorry, I thought Kimberly said my name.
They have one. Paul has no coat.
Are we short one person today? Who's gone?
Cassie's sitting. Wait, nope, not sitting. You sit.
Whoop, there should have been a. Wait a minute. Where are? It should be Bailey. Are you an outside person? Okay, over here. Everybody's here. I was going to say I thought we had 24 today. We are good. Perfect amount. It's exactly right. You will. I have no doubt, Vincent. All right, what I'm going to do while some of us are finished getting situated, thank you so much for coming and following the directions on the smartboard. My pink cards, you guys obviously are my inner circle. You are my pilots. You're going to start the seminar today. And then my outer circle, you are my co-pilots. So just for organizational purposes, I'd like for you to hold your card up in the air. And I'm going to come around and grab them. Who has my pink star? Oh, Isabella, you will start our seminar. Who has my green star? All right, Najee, you will start the second round of seminar. All right, I'm going to come through here, so scooch. There we go. Thanks, guys. Just makes life a little easier. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vincent, thank you, babe.
No problem.
All right, and my outer circle, while I'm coming around, would you do me a favor and give one sticky note to your pilot? Give them one sticky note. Okay, so all of us, where are your papers? You need your papers, sweetie. Go get them while I'm explaining. You need both the reading and the Cornell note paper. All right, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. I am very excited about today's Socratic seminar. You guys are very well prepared. Our essential question for our seminar, which is the essential question of the two primary sources that we've been analyzing the past couple of days, is did people benefit from Roman rule? So our discussion today is going to be revolving around that. Now, prior to coming to class today, you should have your 3 higher level questions that refer to the text on your Cornell note paper. And as I'm looking around, I'm seeing that done. Excellent job. Very good. We know that being prepared makes the seminar run much better, right? Okay, so before we get started today, we are going to review our ground rules, just so we know when I'm on the inner circle, what are my expectations, and what are my expectations and responsibilities in the outer circle. Okay, and so Bailey and Amaya, you might want to move a little to the side so you can see. Just scooch your chair out a little bit to the side so you can see the smartboard behind you. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, for our inner circle, first of all, when you speak, you need to speak so that everyone can hear you. Okay, nice and clear. Listen carefully. Someone may invite you into the conversation and you don't want to be the person, right? So talk to each other, not me. I'm going to do my very best to just step back and facilitate. I'm only going to jump in with minor little things like somebody ask a question or if you need clarification. But other than that, this job is yours, not mine. Speak without raising your hand. Now, use manners, obviously. If two people jump at the same time, just one of you let the other one go first, right? We're good at that. Common courtesy. We talked about that yesterday. Refer to the text as much as possible. Now, that's easy if you're asking a question because all of your questions refer to the text. But your responses, you can also refer to the text. If someone asks a question and you do not understand it, it is okay to ask them, what do you mean by that? Ask for that clarification, okay? Invite and allow others to speak. This is why at your tables, inner circle, there are the academic language scripts, okay? So there are ones at the bottom to invite people in. So if I see that one of my fellow students maybe hasn't participated yet, I could invite them in. I could say, hey, Colton, what do you think? Or Trey, what would you like to add? I can invite them into the conversation because everybody needs to participate in one way or another, okay? All right, consider all viewpoints. In other words, we don't put people down, right? Okay, can we disagree with what they say? Yeah. Absolutely. Again, refer to your academic language scripts. I could say, I disagree with you, Amias, because of this. Or, I understand where you're coming from, Devin, however. So I can use those to politely and academically disagree. The sticky note that you have. This is, remember, we have some who like to run the conversation and some who are like, all right, you take it. 3 before me. So if I ask a question or I give a reply, 3 other people have to speak before I can speak again. So the reason for the sticky note is so I can keep little tally marks. So I know, okay, 3 people have spoken, now I can jump in with a question or statement. And then remember, the quality of the seminar is on you. If it's awesome, that's because of you. If it's not running so great, that's also your responsibility, okay? This group right here, okay, inside and outside, when we did our last seminar, it was probably one of the best ones I've ever seen. So I have no doubt that you will do great today. Outer circle. First of all, no talking. Not to the person beside you, not to your pilot. Your communication is in the form of sticky notes. So if someone asks a question, and maybe your pilot right here has not answered, but you would really like them to say something, you can write it on a sticky note and pass it forward. But you can only do it up to 3 times. Remember, if we do too many, it starts to distract from the conversation. But 3, you can give them 3 helps if you wish. And then on your notes, you're taking notes in the outer circle. You can take notes in the inner circle too as people say things. But you must have 3 bulleted items on the right-hand side of your notes today. And it's your choice. It all refers back to the essential question. And again, you're responsible for the quality of the seminar. Any questions before we begin today? We are going to run 2 10-minute sessions. Okay? 2 10-minute sessions today. So the inner circle will run theirs, and then we will switch roles. Inner will become outer, outer will become inner. Alrighty? So Isabella, you had the pink star, correct? All right, and so what I'm going to be doing, guys, as you're talking is I have a checklist, and I'm checking off when you participate, if you invite people in, things like that, okay?
Yes,
Everybody participates, everybody gets the points. That's pretty cool. Okay, so all we have to do is participate today. So I'm going to put this back to the inner circle since you're the ones talking. Vincent, quickly, babe.
Well, if you're like doing in the inner circle and you're talking, does it have to be what's in the Cornell notes?
Yes, we're talking about the topic at hand, Vincent. That's a very good clarifying question, okay? All right, I'm going to set my timer. It's nice and loud and annoying. Trey, did you have a question? Yep, you sure can. Here, just use my pen. All right, Isabella, are you ready? Nice. Remember, speak nice and loud today. Go ahead.
Okay, so first question is, why do Roman soldiers not respect the citizens and start butchering them? Section no, 1, it starts at line 1. Which
Well, what I think about that, Isabella, is that maybe what I saw from no on the paragraph no on line 1, that it says their impulsive behavior, maybe they weren't listening to the Roman government. So, you know, how Miss Hughes said, instead of like talking it out, they decided just to kill them.
Maybe, I think because they had their own belief system, and like some societies, some government systems today, they want you to believe in one government, one religion, other religion. So then maybe they were doing their passion, they were spreading it amongst other people to believe their religion, and they were believing in
I think the soldiers didn't think they needed benefits at all.
Okay, remember when we have the pause then? We've exhausted the question. Someone can freely jump in now and ask one of theirs.
Why do you think in the no paragraph line 4 the empire killed and burned innocent people's things? What do you think about that, Eddie?
I think that it was because, like, they didn't really like the people in there following the person that they didn't like ways. So it was kind of like, you do this to me, I'm gonna do this to you.
I agree with that being because they didn't like people, they just wanted to do it.
Do you think the people should have been butchered, or they're just told to?
Well, I think that if you don't follow the instructions, you should get a warning, and then if you don't follow instructions again, there should be consequences, but not as harsh as like killing.
I agree with you, Amaya, because you shouldn't be put to death because you weren't following somebody else's rules. What do you think about that, Paul?
Can you repeat that?
I agree with Amaya because I don't think you should be put to death because you didn't follow somebody else's rules. What do you think about it?
Maybe they didn't agree with what you said.
Miles, what do you think they should have done instead of killing them?
I think they should have made them pay, or they should have took them to jail, but they shouldn't have killed them. What do you think about that, Chase?
I agree with you because they shouldn't have just killed them. They should have given them an extra chance.
Or possibly, Chase, they could have maybe moved to a new place and started a new government. What do you think about that, Sue?
I agree. But instead of killing, they can just hand over land and they would get it. Yeah. Definitely.
I think that's a fair punishment, because, like, it's something, it's on the property that it's their government. So I think when you get in trouble, you should have to pay over some of their government so they can build a stronger empire.
Or if the people were unarmed.
They could have just given a warning, and then if they do it again, they move and get killed.
But if they were unarmed, then how would they react to someone trying to kill them?
Why did they do the right thing?
Using their words, like what Socrates did.
Going back to what I said earlier, what you were saying, I do agree with them about them because the government they don't want the religion to spread. They should just give them a chance for them to say, hey, I don't want your religion here, so you can move away. So I think that's what they should have done instead of what they did.
Yeah, because there was enough people to move in a different place and start a whole new government, and yeah.
I agree with you, Andrew. They didn't want people to change. They liked it, whatever how it was. They didn't want change.
So do you think that they're afraid that, like, religion would start something or something? Like, start a war? Like, there was many wars, but would it start another one?
Well, no, I think they would just I think they would kill them instead of having a war. If they didn't believe in that religion, they would just kill me.
Because it just depends, like, so if this religion already existed in the country Rome for a long time already, then I don't think it would have had to do anything with it. Because if the other emperors are okay with it before the emperors now, then that means it was fine. But then the emperors now are just like, okay, I don't like it.
I agree with you, Andrew. What do you think, Colton? What did you repeat?
So what I said earlier was, so the emperors now, they probably thought like, hey, I don't like the religion, so I'm going to kill you because you don't really belong here. They wanted to wipe out the religion. But the emperors before that, if the religion lasted for a long time already, if it was in room for a long time and the past emperors were okay with it, then the emperors now just wanted it to be gone.
They wouldn't let the people get the benefit. Because there's rich people for doing some benefits that apparently they can't do.
On line 1 to 2, next paragraph, do you think all people got good benefits? Explain.
I think, not really, or essentially, because some people, they were like poor and stuff, they like stole.
I agree with Vivian. There's people that are less fortunate, so they don't get to have those rights, especially in Rome.
I also feel like not all people didn't get the benefits because of the poor. The poor people, they didn't get the benefits. They didn't get the benefits as much as the rich people did or the upper class did. What do you think about that, Sue?
I agree with Amaya's because a lot of rich people were greedy and they would steal the poor's land. So they wouldn't let the poor have anything. What do you think, Will?
Probably because, like, they might want to try to conquer all rich. Like, you know how if there's a lot of poor, the poor could overrun the rich, and then the Roman government is the rich, so the poor wouldn't have anything to do. So, the rich is trying to give some fair rights to the poor, so that wouldn't happen. So, then what do you think of it?
I think that I agree with you, honestly, because I think if it was me, I want to build my empire. Build it up.
You want to make it bigger and bigger, same with the other.
But if you make it smaller, then like I mean, like people are scared of big empires. Like you want to build that up, take the land from them, and then kind of like make it bigger to war and make it bigger and stronger.
So to show your big empire, so you did a lot of things, you've won a lot of battles to gain the land.
Paul. Ask one of your questions.
Do you think that the pity for age was right or wrong, as it says in line 4 of the no section? Why or why not?
Could you repeat that?
Do you think the pity for age was right or wrong, as it says in line 4 of the no section? Why or why not?
What I think about that is really, if they're like under the age of like to where they're really young, probably like 10, then they shouldn't be killed. But like if they're probably over 10 or 12 that they know already, and it matters like what they did, like they could have thrown rocks at the government or, you know, disrespect the soldiers of what they did and like agree with other people. So I really think it just matters what they did.
I think that it was unfair because as it says in the no paragraph 1-4, it says laymen and priests alike were butchered. Butchered means killed.
So right there it's just showing they don't care who they kill.
I agree.
And time. That was kind of a interesting part to stop on. All right, hang on. Okay, my inner circle. Make sure you gather up all your items, including your sticky note. The only thing on the tabletop is we want the academic language scripts. Outer circle, give them the clipboard and sticky notes. Quickly, quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, outer circle, make sure your pilot has a sticky note to keep track of 3 before me. We did that pretty good. There was a couple instances where we had some back and forth, but for the most part, I thought very well. Okay, now this question comes up often, but Ms. Hughes, they asked all my questions. I don't have a question to ask now. Well, yeah, they probably asked a lot of the similar questions because you read the same 2 primary sources. But you did not have a chance to participate, right? So it's okay if some of our questions that we ask this time in our discussion are similar to what was asked in the previous one because now you have time for input. Okay? I thought the first group did a great job of inviting people in, asking people's opinions. That was pretty stellar. I was really impressed with that. So I want to see this group. I know you can do exactly the same. Who had my green star again? Okay, Najee had it. So Najee is going to start us off for our second round. Outside, remember, we are not talking. We can only pass forward 3 sticky notes. Okay, inside, make sure you speak up nice and clearly so we can all hear you. All right, Najee, you may start us off.
Why would Romans attack peaceful, weak, unarmed citizens just for their own riches? No paragraph, line 2.
I think the only reason they killed those people were because they weren't following what the Romans were wanting them to do.
I agree with Genesis because they could have been stealing or to get like food for their families or something like that, and the government didn't like what they were doing, so they killed them.
Also, to add to what Genesis said, many of them did not want to be ruled by the Romans, and I think that's what made the Romans a little bit unhappy.
Yeah, what Cameron said, they probably just rebelled against the Roman government, which made them get angry, so they just eliminated them just because of the rules that they weren't following. They just wanted to have a civilized government and have a free empire.
Even though they wanted things specifically in land and they wanted people to follow what they said, they should at least probably give them a warning, or like what the last group said, they should not kill them at first because they could be different, they could do something else about the situation, but they just ended up just killing them right away. They didn't think twice about it. They didn't notice that it would start wars. They didn't notice that it would start fights. And
on the no paragraph on line 5, is whether they defend themselves or cry for mercy.
What's your question you're asking, hon?
So, why would they even have to cry for mercy?
So what was happening for them to either defend themselves or cry for mercy, correct, Vincent? Yeah. Okay.
There were soldiers in there trying to kill them, and they thought they were just being peaceful and in their sanctuary.
Back to what Bailey said, she said that maybe they should have given them a warning, but I think they should probably what the other group said, start a new civilization and the Roman world just let them be.
Well,
If they're so peaceful.
even if they did wanted to move away and have a civilization, they probably didn't have enough money to raise
civilization because they were still going for war and then people are still robbing people. So that's probably why they can't move out. They just had to stay there and do nothing.
They also might have been scared to start a new civilization with all the wars and fights going on.
And since they were unarmed and weak.
There are also, in a no paragraph, there's also most of the victims were peaceful citizens. Butchered, killed, where they were caught.
I think that the soldiers came into because they didn't believe in their religion, because in the no paragraph it said on line 3 through 6 said there was a sanctuary, meaning temple, that had no regard for rank, pity, or age, little children or old men, laymen and priests alike were butchered, and priests are like people that preach at a church or in a religion. What do you think about that, Alex?
I don't really know if I agree yet or not, but I have a question. In line 4 is the intro. Why did people didn't want to be ruled by Romans?
They probably had different religions than the Romans.
I agree with her. They probably wanted to believe in something else other than being forced to believe what the Romans wanted to believe.
I have a question. Do you have any opinion about in the yes paragraph that if you could not see it, then it did not exist?
When he says anything that cannot be found in Rome that does not exist, I think that they don't know they haven't explored most of the world, so they think that the places that have explored are the only places they see, so they're the only places that are alive. And I think all these places are in Rome because they expanded their empire a lot. What do you think about that, Cassie?
I agree with you because they had lots of they expanded their empire, so they wanted people to stay there. Because in the yes paragraph on line 2, they were listing all of the things that they had.
Back to what we said about civilization, maybe they were just afraid because they weren't as big as the Romans. They didn't have armies as big as the Romans.
I agree with Andy because the poor people, they didn't have a big army as the Romans, so they couldn't really go against them, so they had to be forced and they couldn't really do anything about it.
It's like they were weak and unarmed.
Well, that's true. Well, that's true because they probably didn't have any special combat training with anything, so they couldn't even. All they did was just throw rocks and yell, and that's what just made the Roman government angry. So they just eliminated them and didn't even tolerate anything. So I don't think even if they did do anything about it, they would just get killed.
On the intro on 4 it says, some people, however, did not want to be ruled by the Romans. Many died fighting against Roman invaders. And on the no paragraph it says, they were weak, unarmed, butchered and killed, and they stole all their precious things, having no regard for children. And wouldn't that be like a massacre because they were unarmed? What do you think about that, Amaya?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Do you think since they were all unarmed and weak, would that be called a massacre? A massacre is like when someone kills a lot of good people that are unarmed and don't have any way to defend themselves, like the Boston Massacre.
Yes.
I have a question. Why do you think people got killed?
Because they were stealing stuff that wasn't theirs.
I disagree with that because, it possibly could happen, but I don't think they would take a big risk if they knew that they were weak and they were unarmed.
Well, sometimes they want to get caught, but most people that did get caught were killed. And what she said, some of them were in a group and they were massacred, like she said.
I agree with Kaden because if you're like, darn it, I messed up.
That's okay. Think about it and we'll come back to it.
Well, really, it's a massacre and they're stealing in a group. They were probably aware that they were going to get killed anyways because they were stealing. So that means they were getting ready for that anyways.
They took the risk of trying to have their own opinion, and having an opinion is okay, and sharing your opinion is okay, like we're doing now. But at that time, they wanted the community in a specific way, where they thought that if it wasn't a specific way, it would kind of lead to the whole entire society messing up, and they kind of just went up and killed everybody that didn't believe in what they did.
I agree with Bailey because most rulers or emperors, when they made the decision that the society, like they were mostly killed or butchered.
I also agree, Bailey, because if you're like stealing and killing, that's an impulsive behavior.
Well, that's true. Like, they were probably getting scared for the government because the government was really scared of them of being overpowered, and they might get control of everything. So, you got anything to say about the camera?
Well, I think, well, what you said, that was a really good point. They wanted to, and to go back to what Bailey said, they wanted their, like, civilization to think the same way. They didn't want anybody to have a different opinion or anything.
Oh my God. Finish your thought, Cameron.
Oh, you were done? Okay. Awesome. Very good. Let's give ourselves a hand for both rounds. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're not finished yet, though. We're not finished yet. Okay, just like whenever we do a project in here, or like we did with our last Socratic seminar, we talked about this yesterday, is we always need to reflect on our performance. You know, what did I do really well? And the next time we do a Socratic seminar or any kind of discussion, what could I do to improve upon that? So what we're going to do, and I'm going to pass one out to everyone, we are going to do what's called a structured discussion self-assessment. This is identical to the one we did on Socrates that I passed back yesterday for you to look at, so that today when you came to seminar, you say, oh, that was my goal. I want to make sure I really do that this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little bit here, pass it around, pass down that way. Trey, sit up, please. Okay, pass one that way, passes this way, and I'll come around to the end over there and collect the extras. I would like for you to put your name on it, please and thank you. And then I want you to write Roman rule, and I really want us to reflect well on what it is that we did today. So I will come around to the end and pick up the extras. I'll take the extra. I know. Thank you. Maddie. Maddie. I also want you at the bottom where it says goals for our next discussion. What 2 goals would you like to focus on? And then if there's something you need help with, it could be even like, I'm really shy, I don't know how to jump in. Let me know that at the bottom. Okay? If you feel like you don't need help, that's okay. And hold on to it when you're finished. I'll collect them at the end. if you are finished with your self-assessment, hold on to it. I would like for you to take out your Cornell notes that you've been taking, because I'm going to explain tonight's homework. Goes along with our seminar for today. Okay, so I would like to explain tonight's homework because we've been taking Cornell notes and our seminar basically started with the essential question of our Cornell notes. Our homework tonight, which is on the agenda, it's been there all week, is that we are going to write a summary. And in this class, when we take Cornell notes, the summary always answers the what? The essential question. And in a summary, we cannot use what? I, right? No I in summary. Okay, and there's actually no I in summary, unless we pluralize it, and then haha. Okay, so anyways, taking a look at your Cornell notes. Now you should, it's already set up, you already have the topic of Roman rule, we did that yesterday. You already have the essential question, it's at the top of the reading we did of the primary sources, it's been here up here on the board. And then on the left-hand side, you came to class today with 3 higher level questions. While you were participating in the seminar or you were in the outer circle, you were taking 3 chunks of notes. And so the summary for tonight is going to answer the essential question. Now, I want these summaries to rock, okay? Some of us on our summaries lately, we haven't been given our full effort, and I know you guys write really well. So I want a 4 to 6 sentence summary that answers the essential question. Now, how could I start my summary? What is the kind of trick I've given you? How do we start that summary? Caden.
Uncle benefited from Roman rule because...
And how did you create that? Where did you get that from?
From the essential question.
Right. He just went to the essential question. And if you're going to say the people did benefit from Roman rule, which is completely fine, there's no right or wrong. He just turned it into the first sentence. People benefited from Roman rule. Or people benefited from Roman rule because. If you're saying, no way, they did not benefit from Roman rule. How could I change that? Almost gave it away. Najee.
The Romans did not benefit from Roman rule because.
Okay. The Romans or the people did not benefit from Roman rule because, and then I finish it. Now, how many of you are like, wait a minute, Miss Hughes, some did, some didn't? How many feel that way? Yeah, because there's a yes and no, right? How could I have a topic sentence that would include both sides? What could I do, Alex?
People did and did benefit from Roman rule because.
Okay, people did and did not benefit from Roman rule because. That would work. Bailey?
The majority of people benefited and the other half of the Romans did not.
Okay, majority benefited, but some did not. Very good. Vincent, would you like to share?
Some people did benefit from Roman rule because and then people did not benefit from Roman rule and why.
Okay, and then the sentences, that's excellent, Vincent. Then the sentences that follow have to what?
Make sense.
Go with the topic, or we call that what? Supporting it, right? It has to support it, has to back it up. Yes, what was that word? Supporting details, very good. Bring in that language arts, right? Okay, so that is your homework tonight. When you come in tomorrow, you're going to hand in the reading, because we did the marking and the charting of the text on it. We did that on Tuesday. And then the notes, because that's the summary homework for tonight. I will let you know, like if you're like, ooh, I forgot to take some notes. I didn't take enough during seminar. Guess what? You could do it tonight. Where could I go to get information to put in those notes? The text, the reading. Okay, so if you're like one of those going, whoops, I didn't take quite enough. There you go. And you can go to the reading to help you write the summary. So this is what I would like for us to do. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, so let's make sure we keep our voices down. Okay. My outer circle, what I'd like for you to do is stand up, put the clipboard and sticky notes in the chair. I would like for you to bring your structured discussion self-assessment, set it right here on this table, and then go put your items in your binder. All right, my inner circle, same thing. You may bring me your self-assessment and then go put your items in your binder. And then we're going to get ready to line up.